All right, everyone. Good evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful week so far. This is Midas from CVRE coming to you from somewhere in the Mountain West. Wanted to hop on real quick and talk about something that I think a lot of people who are in crypto are aware of but don't know a lot about. And I've spent the time to go through it line by line. So it might be interesting if somebody got a summary together of what the Clarity Act actually is. It just barely passed through the House of Representatives, and it codifies a couple of things that are going to be really important to those of us here in crypto that are paying attention to what the United States is passing through Congress. So let me run through it real quick just so everybody knows what's actually in the legislation. There's a whole bunch of it that probably doesn't matter a whole lot to us, but there are a couple of things that are really important. First of all, the Clarity Act codifies for the first time in law that self-custody is protected and a right and is legal, meaning that for the first time, the United States government is recognizing that self-custody is an actual thing that is okay for people to be doing and is something that is completely legal to do. The second thing that they codify is decentralized finance. So they make a differentiation between broker-dealers and decentralized platforms, meaning that they're creating a separation line between custodial assets and custodial managers and people that are using open source software and decentralized platforms. It's the first time that we've ever actually written it into law, and that's a really big deal. One of the other things that's pretty important is that they are splitting the responsibilities of the SEC and another one of the managing bodies that handles financial crime. The SEC is focusing on specifically securities, and they're sending some of the other financial crime issues to another one of the managing bodies. So I think they're also creating some overlap. So there's going to be some confusion about who is managing what type of assets. That may be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it, but it's something to think about. Finally, they're spending a lot of time talking about the difference between a mature blockchain and a new or an immature blockchain. So far, it's been speculated that they're going to designate Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano as mature blockchains, meaning they've been around for 4 years and they are or have established a path to be sufficiently decentralized. If a new blockchain is established and they claim to be on a path towards decentralization, the SEC has said that that particular blockchain has the right to raise up to $75 million a year with a cap of $300 million over a 4-year period of time in order to reach maturity with certain benchmarks in order to be classified as a mature blockchain. And they haven't specified many more details yet besides those. They're probably going to spend some time tweaking those laws a little bit. And it sounds like a lot of the details are a little vague. Because of that, there's going to be a lot of room for argument in those details about what is and is not okay to do in regard to fundraising in a 1-year period for a blockchain, and what classifies a chain as being on the path towards becoming mature or sufficiently decentralized. It'll be interesting to see how the government defines that. Other than that, one of the most interesting things in the bill appears to be that they are suggesting that other assets that are released to the general public can also raise up to $75 million a year and not be classified as securities as long as they meet certain registration requirements. And they have to register as a business entity. And there's some other qualifications that they have to do over the course of that year that they're operating in order to not have to file with the SEC as a security. They're still working out the kinks into what kind of documentation they're going to want to see. But it sounds like for certain crypto assets that are being released that are raising less than $75 million within a given calendar year, the SEC is going to require a lot less documentation under certain circumstances, as long as there is no fraud and foul play, which is a huge step forward for the crypto industry and should get a lot of people in the United States very excited about what the legislation could open up and allow us to do. So that's a brief summary. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Well, you guys are awesome. I hope you're having a great night. I just wanted to hop in here and share some of those details. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Don't work too hard. Take a look at the last couple of posts that I've thrown up on CVRE. Those are all factual and real conversations that I've had today. Yeah. Read those posts. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.